Okay, number 5 about chakras, Sushumna, Shakti, Kundalini energy there. Okay, there are no chakras there, and no Sushumna channel, up and down the spine there. They do not exist. There are no chakras and no Sushumna there. There is just you, an individual, infinite being of bliss consciousness. There is just you whom are, there's just you and your bliss. There's just you as bliss energy and the holder and molder of your bliss energy there. This you will come to know spontaneously through holding your eardrums gently closed and listening to and feeling the roar and vibration of your own individual, personal, infinite, permanent bliss consciousness there. And through the repetition of the mantra Ram, Ram, with both. You're listening to and feeling the roar and vibration of your birthless, immortal, constant, permanent bliss consciousness, your individual, infinite bliss consciousness, nobody else's, no supreme being, no supreme being. There is no supreme being. There is only us, individual, infinite beings of bliss consciousness there. And this is a planet full of infant beings of bliss consciousness. This is a planet full of unrealized beings of bliss consciousness here. And you are held and surrounded and completely permeated by us realized, by us infinite, numberless, realized beings of bliss consciousness there, while you come to realize yourself as an individual, infinite being of bliss consciousness there. Okay, so there are no chakras, no Sushumna there. The Shakti energy is simply the energy of your bliss consciousness there. And you, as an individual, infinite being of bliss consciousness, there are everywhere. Each of us individual, infinite beings of bliss consciousness are everywhere. Each of us. We are not one. We are individually everywhere. Feel the intimacy in that. Okay, so here's something, a simple little thing you can do to realize there are no chakras or Sushumna. There is just your bliss energy here. So, so as an individual, infinite being of bliss consciousness, realize that as you open your eyes, you are creating and sustaining everything. as you open your eyes, you're creating and sustaining everything. There are no chakras there. Try it. There's no chakras. There's no chakras there. There's just your bliss energy there, that as you open your eyes, you're creating and sustaining everything. As you close your eyes, you're dissolving everything. As you open your eyes, you as an individual, infinite, all-powerful, all-knowing being of bliss consciousness are creating and sustaining everything in your experience there. And as you close your eyes, you're dissolving everything. As you play with this, there you come to totally realize there are no chakras there. There are no chakras there. There's just the instantaneous creation and sustaining there. You as an individual, infinite, all-powerful, all-knowing being of bliss consciousness can do anything with your energy there. And right now, you are fully functional right now there. As you open your eyes, you can immediately experience that you're fully functional, because you're creating and sustaining the body you're in and your surroundings there. Same with everybody around you there. There. And as you close your eyes, you're dissolving everything there. So this, by playing with this, you come to experience through immediate, direct experience there. You come to know through direct experience that there are no chakras there and no sushumna there. So play with these. Hold your eardrums gently closed and listen to and feel the roar and vibration of your own individual, personal bliss consciousness, which is constant and permanent, all-powerful and all-knowing and everywhere. You as an individual, infinite being of bliss consciousness are permanent, constant, birthless, immortal, all-powerful, all-knowing, and everywhere. Each of us, individual, infinite beings of bliss consciousness, are birthless, immortal, all-powerful, all-knowing, and everywhere. So through just listening to and feeling the roar and vibration of your bliss consciousness, and the constant repetition of the mantra Ram, and playing with opening and closing your eyes there, and realizing that as an individual, infinite being of bliss consciousness, that as you open your eyes, you are creating and sustaining your form and your world there. And as you close your eyes, you're dissolving all of that. Just play. We are here to play. There. Right now, as unrealized beings of bliss consciousness, it doesn't feel a whole lot like playing there at times. There. Especially with what's going on the planet here, and and the evil way that some individual infinite beings of bliss consciousness, in their ignorance, the way they are playing with their energy is very evil. There, but they too, just like you and each and every one of us, are individual infinite beings of bliss consciousness, and just like you, are totally free to explore more about who they are, whether it's unconsciously or consciously there. And they too are trying to create and sustain permanent, complete contentment. Yes, they have a very fucked up idea and concepts about what complete and what permanent, complete, and contentment is like there. But just like you, as soon as they start holding their eardrums gently closed and listening to and feeling the roar and vibration of their bliss consciousnus, they too, just like you, will start to live more and more in their bliss consciousness, and this is spontaneous, and will spontaneously start living more and more deeply in their bliss consciousness there. So as soon as they start doing that, for them that might be a few thousand or million lifetimes from now, but you can start right now there. You you can start right now there, and you know the the flaws that you have assigned to yourself there. So you are the energy and the energy holder, and you are merely playing with your energy there. The problem is that you're identifying with with being a human being, and you're identifying with you know being guilty of this or guilty of that there, or identifying your seeing yourself as a sinner. You're identifying with seeing yourself as a sinner and full of shitty karma there. And that is simply you playing with your energy there. You're simply flowing your energy in that way there. All that's needed is for you to stop and ram, and you'll know clearly that you are not that there. All you need to do is stop, hold your eardrums gently closed, and listen to and feel the roar and vibration of your bliss consciousness, and you will start to realize more and more deeply that you are not that. That you'll realize more, spontaneously realize more and more deeply, that you are an individual, infinite being of bliss consciousness, who is spontaneously all about expressing and expanding bliss consciousness. Start now. Start now. If not now, when? Start now. Start now, and start living, and start spontaneously living more and more deeply in your bliss consciousness.